Hello and welcome to cozymango Minecraft. Today we will be exploring the mod pack Society Sunlit Valley, which is a Stardew Valley-esque mod pack. Let's get started. So this is where we spawned. We actually spawned in the leaves. I had to make my way out of those. I see a village over here, as well as some interesting world generation. So let's head that way. Let's see what's over there. So this mod pack has a few interesting features, one of which is mobs do not spawn on the overworld. They only spawn in caves or like in the nether in the caverns. That's helpful. But one of the things about it that I like, even though that's changed, your hunger still goes down. So even though you're playing where it's fairly peaceful on the surface, you still do need to eat, which for someone like me who has a lot of anxiety around battling mobs is very helpful. I will say one annoying thing with this mod pack is sometimes chests take a long time to generate the loot in them, which is a little annoying. You also can walk through leaves, which means you can also fall through leaves, but they do stop your fall damage, which is nice. I've been curious, I'll have to test it, but I wonder if you could do like an ice bucket challenge with leaves in this mod pack. It'd be really interesting. So another part of this mod pack is your goal is not to beat the Ender Dragon or beat Minecraft. Your goal is to, very much like in Stardew, build a farm, sell goods, create artisanal things to sell. More so than it is the original game mechanics. Oh, hello. Goodbye. No! No! Okay, we're gonna go in a house. Maybe not this house. I want a house that can give me something also. The holly leaves do also hurt you. Okay. We're gonna steal a bed while we're here. That's so annoying that they hit us. So there is a quest book in this mod pack. It's pretty important to the game as far as different mod packs go. I'd say it's more important than the average mod pack's quest book. One annoying thing about this mod pack is you have to accept some of the quests before you can open the map. So let's go ahead and do that. So first you have the welcome page. Pause if you want to read. That you do get a bundle from, which is nice. Then you have to do that to actually use the map. And now we can use the map. So we're just in this village. We spawned, I think, over here. That would be useful to go check out. I have played this mod pack a bit, so I do know what different structures look like on the map. Some of them are obvious. Village. This one is probably one of the mining. Yeah, so when it has the rails like this, that's over other items, that's usually like a mining or a logging operation. That's interesting. I think we head south and check out this and this and this and go that way. This would have a sprinkler in it somewhere. Yeah. And while we're headed south, I'll explain how different biomes work. Ooh, pumpkins get you lots of money in this game. That would be useful. So one thing I'm looking for here is in the biomes, there's a couple that have an added benefit. So as you're playing, as you're growing your crops, there are seasons, and some crops only grow in certain seasons. There are 2, sort of 3 biomes that have endless summer. The savanna, the rainforest, and beaches. But I don't know if you put dirt in a beach, if you could really treat it like it's in the summer. But it's helpful to build your base in a 4-season region near a forever summer region. That way you can quickly make your way over and grow summer crops all year and still have your main base set up where you can grow seasonal crops. The thing is, there is not any savanna or rainforest on this map. So we're gonna make our way south and check out these few things, and hopefully down here somewhere I prefer rainforest to savanna, but we'll see. Another nice thing you can do is set waypoints. But there's a different way to set them. I forget how. There's a different way to set them where they show up better on the map. But we're just going to make our way south and go through the village and then head over here. And hopefully not die to bison on the way. This mod pack is supposed to have keep inventory on death turned on, which is very handy. I do turn it on in the game rules just to make sure it's on, but it is supposed to be on. Nope. Was there a house we missed? No, that's the first one we started. That log has shrooms. So this structure is where you'll get a lot of loot. It is a like abandoned mine type structure. I'll go over what all I'm collecting here in just a second, other than the obvious bread and seeds. Ooh, that's super helpful. So one thing about this mod pack, because mobs don't spawn on the surface, you don't like have to go to bed, which is super helpful. That being said, my anxiety does not like staying up overnight. Oh, that's what was making the noise. A pelican. Conveniently, this place has some beds for us. So part of the quests in this mod pack is like a skill tree in here. And you earn your skill points, and then you can level up and make a few decisions along the way what you want to level up specifically. But it gives you lots of cool things, like luck on the fishing. Adventuring, you get like extra looting and extra damage. Your good sell for more. Super helpful. So this we can go ahead and do the first two. So extra 2 points to range damage, 1 extra looting. The more you do things that fall under each of these categories, the more skill points you earn. But you also can get skill points via these books. So this one you get adventuring, this one you get farming, I think, and this one's husbandry. So now we have 2 skill points under farming. So we have better axe and shovel efficiency, 3 under husbandry. So healing is faster, stamina is better, healing's better, stamina will get better again. And then 1 more under adventuring, so 2 more on ranged damage. And then these are special books you can collect along the way that they don't increase stuff over here, but they give you special stuff. One that's super common is the withering logs, where when you chop trees down, you get fire logs, higher percentage chance of fire logs. This one's pretty easy to get as well. And these you also can purchase from villagers. We'll get more into purchasing from villagers later. It is very different in this mod pack. But at the end of each season, you can purchase books from the bookseller. Okay, I don't even have a stone tool, let alone an iron tool to get these things. Let's work on that. Ooh, but I did find iron, so I can just go ahead and skip to. Wait, I forgot about this. Okay, so it's good that we have these brass coins. Something that works differently in this is upgrading tools. You need a smithing table, and at first, just to go from wood to stone, you need some brass coins. It is a lot more work to upgrade your tools, but they do not lose durability. If you hover over this, you notice that there's no durability counter on your tools. That changes if you die. Similar to in Stardew, when you die and you're brought back to life by Harvey, the doctor, there's like in-game stuff that happens as a penalty. This is similar. So you would lose some of your money and your tools lose durability. That's the only way they lose durability in this mod pack. So, now that I remember what to do. So to upgrade from wood to stone, you only need a brass coin and stone. So it takes 1 brass coin, 1 stone to upgrade your tool. Super helpful. Now, to upgrade to iron, that doesn't work. You have to purchase an iron upgrade to actually upgrade your tools. The same works for armor, and you have to start from leather or wool armor and then work your way up from there. So to upgrade to like diamond and netherite is very expensive, something you do down the road. But we do have stone tools, so we can at least mine coal and iron. So before we move on, let's mine all of this. I really love the part of the mod pack that makes the ores glow. Makes makes them way easier to see when you are caving. That pelican sounds like a pig. Okay. Oh no. So inventory very quickly becomes a problem in this game. What can I get rid of? A lily pad. Because we also need to get the smithing table. Now we can go back out here and get the rest of this. You'll also see I don't like using coal very much for burning stuff or like using it in a furnace. I prefer to make charcoal because there are crafting recipes that take blocks of coal. And charcoal, you can just chop a tree down, make some charcoal, and it's a renewable source in the furnace. But your coal is not. Oh, dang it. Okay. I have to throw some more stuff away. What should we toss? I'm gonna toss oak saplings because those are easy to find later. And oh, I know what we can do. We can do this. Do that. That fills up some space. All right. Eat some bread. I'm not gonna worry about grabbing the anvil. We can make that later. There are gold blocks here, but I cannot mine them with just my stone pickaxe. So we're gonna leave it be and know we can come back whenever we want, especially if we come back to this village. We can check it out then. Oops. There's different colored cow variations and also like chickens and other stuff, and they're so cute. Okay. Looking at the map, the next place we are gonna go is down here. We're just gonna follow that coastline. At some point we're gonna come back up for the pumpkins because there's so much money in pumpkins. Which leads me to how to sell stuff. So I mentioned earlier that this mod pack revolves around selling things that you grow, that you create, like cheese, etc. And you do so with a selling bin. Similar to the bin in Stardew that you just dump all your stuff in and sell it. It works the same way. The day also resets at 6 in the morning. So as you're working on stuff, you can work through the night. Oh my god, it's a baby pig! You're so cute. You already have them. Yeah, okay. But as you work through the night, everything resets at 6 in the morning. That's when your stuff sells. It's when your crops need watering again. That all happens at 6 in the morning. I did not bother selling anything last night. I do have stuff I can sell. I just didn't feel like building the shipping bin and doing all that before. Where have I gone? This is decidedly the wrong direction. Okay. Let's go back this way. Different items have different values in the shipping bin. And when I mentioned pumpkins are worth a lot of money, they're some of the best stuff you can find just out and about to sell. These guys are great too. I don't have the inventory space at the moment, but these you can pick up and then crack open and you will for sure get raw muscle meat that you can cook and sell. But they even sometimes give you things like diamonds. The loot out of those is pretty phenomenal. I just don't have the inventory space at the moment. I'm gonna go back this way. I've gone completely the wrong direction. And I even have a map. I still managed to go the wrong direction. Okay. Speaking of pumpkins, I also want to go up there at some point. Oh, I wonder if that's what we're going to and it's just floating. You can also sell these shells, the 3D ones. You can't crack them open like the flat shells, but you can at least. Ooh, hello. I don't have an inventory space. Oh, I have. Oh my word, I am a dum-dum. I've had a bundle this whole time. Okay, that's good for now. Here were 3 pumpkins. There we go. So on the map, this thing, it's at Y149, but this is Y64. So that is that floating island that we see off in the distance. Let's go see if we can check it out. If anything, we might have to figure out where we're going to set up our base and then go check it out. I love lavender in this game. It's so pretty. I'll talk about this. Hang on. The lavender is so pretty. You cannot sell it, but you can use it in some recipes. You can even make like slabs to build out of it that are purple. They're very cool. You also can use it in tea a little bit later on. These slimes, there's a whole quest line of Slime Rancher. I have not done it yet, but they show up on the map as bad guys. They don't attack you. Like, you can stand right here, they don't attack you. But you can later on, once you build the correct stuff, vacuum them up and have like a slime farm situation. And there's these spawners throughout the world. These pink ones I think are the most common, but there are lots of different ones. These salmon berries are great. Hi, Piggy. And the squirrels. Another fun thing in this mod pack, you can... I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry. If you right click and not left click, you can pick up. I know, I'm sorry, I hit you. Yes. Okay. So then you can pick up the squirrel. He's so little, he doesn't really show up behind the inventory. But you can hold the animals. You can pick up cows and sheep. Probably not the buffalo that attacked us, but you can pick up all sorts of animals. It's super useful if you want to collect animals to put in your pen. So like, say you've made, ooh, that's pretty. Say you've made like sheep pen, you can just go find sheep and put them in there. What is this guy? That's funny. Bye-bye, squirrel. Ooh, there's so many berries. I am very tempted to make a shipping bin just to sell stuff and get it out of our inventory. Oh, that's so high up. Let's come back here another day. Okay, we're gonna make a shipping bin, and to do that we need a chest and a trapdoor. Makes a basic shipping bin, which is all we need at the moment. We're just gonna pop that down. We're going to sell our sweet berries, our salmon berries, our pumpkins. What else? We can sell the apple. I'm gonna wait on the potatoes. Those are good food, but they also sell better when they're baked, so it's worth it generally to bake them first. Let's see. I think that's all we're gonna ship for tonight. So we'll end up getting more coins. Also, if I find any cows, I could... Not over there. Wait. Wait. What is that? Is that a shipwreck that's not wrecked? Huh. Let's go check that out. But we'll do that in the morning. So we made almost 1,500 coins. So now we have all these coins and this one. I'm not going to put all of them in our bundle because they will take up too much room. But we only have a few of a couple, so put those in there. So if we open this, that one we got some lapis as well as the raw muscle meat. There's all sorts of stuff over there. Oh, that's catacombs. That's a lot of loot. That's a lot of loot. And a little shipwreck. Interesting. Now, let's look at the map. So we wanted to go here. That, I believe, is the catacombs in here. I could be wrong on that. But there are catacombs in the world. You get a cool achievement for it. I still don't see any rainforest or savanna. We might just craft a boat and go that way. That might be our best option. Let's do that. I could test the forever summer in the beach biomes situation. Oh, one caveat to the no mobs, like evil mobs spawn on the surface thing. Drowned do. For whatever reason. Drowned will spawn. So just be aware of that. Those guys show up and will hurt you. Just because they feel like it. Okay. So notice, because we're on the surface, they're not spawning. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it because I don't want to deal with it later. I come back, and those spirit orbs are super important down the road. This is going to go in there. Let's read our husbandry book. And then we can read the Book of Stars. And we can grab our combat weekly. Yeah, I don't have silk touch. Ugh. I don't think there's anything over here. No. Okay, let's check our skill trees. So we have one more here, plus one protection. Ooh, we get our first fishing. And first mining. We have two of these. I like the top line for up here. This is you're friendlier with animals. This is you purchase animal affection. I like just earning my animal affection. And then no more on the farming just yet. Okay. That looks interesting. The swamp. But still, there is no savanna or rainforest. We'll keep going this way. I'm curious what that is. Yeah, let's just go check it out. Maybe eventually we will render in some more biomes. And I don't want to settle in a rainforest or savanna. I just want to settle near one where we can quickly path to it. One cool thing, so in Stardew, you can click these little like totem guys and they transport you to other parts of the map via the same totem. In this mod pack, there's something similar where if you put a sign down and then make a path and chart the path and then put a sign down on the other end, you can teleport between those two signs. What is this? Is this another shipwreck? Yeah. Ooh, that's cool. I don't have the space for it. Hang on. Oh, let's not drown. We can put a few of these things in there. Ooh, hello. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's not drown. These are fun. Let's look at that real quick. I don't have enough room. So we got a cat hat, a dragon skull, and a monkey king hat. So this is the monkey king. Super cute. Oh, that one's huge. Or a cat hat. Those are fun. Oh, they don't go in the bundle. Cool. I have no space. Interesting. Ooh, wrong button. Does this go in the bundle? Hey! That goes in the bundle. That's handy. Sheep. Okay, let's grab our boat. There's the thing you can get in this called a bikini. And it gives you some insane speed swimming. I cannot wait to find it. So that is a rosewood forest. They're really cool. I like building with the wood. So we could go check that out. And if there's some sort of summer biome behind it, that'd be even better. And then we could path to it. Some of these, though, show up where they're just in the water. There's not really any land. And then other times they show up with land. Is that a... What tree is that? So it looks like this one is the in the water kind, which is not where we would want to build. It's a little hard to build on the water. Ah. You can boat through leaves too, apparently. Ooh, is this the... Yeah! Hang on. Hey, we got passion. That's helpful later. That's interesting. Dark prismarine. Ooh, and one of those. So sparse jungle is part of the rainforest that is forever summer. So this would be a great area to settle. That's a fun structure too. I'm kind of thinking we go here. And then, well, that's still sparse jungle. Well, lots of sparse jungle. And a windswept savanna. So we went from no summer biomes to only summer biomes. We could settle in this dark oak forest over here or the windswept forest in this area. and then just like have a little farmland over here. Ooh, and a bite boot jungle. That's super cool. Let's go check out this first though, and then we can meander our way up. Let's see if I can figure out how to get out of here. How come it's moving faster? More of those buffaloes. Let's not go there. Let's not get hit by buffaloes. That is some interesting terrain generation. One thing I love about Minecraft and appreciate that they have not fixed is floating islands. I appreciate not real physics specifically for that. Okay, coming around this corner and we can see the structure over here. Oh, I see spider webs. That means it is probably not currently lived in. What can I get rid of? A sea pickle. And we're showing up at night. Hang on. Let's get daytime. Let's do that first. I don't have a whole lot I can sell. I could sell the passion fruit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Nothing there I want to sell. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Well, there is a green dot on the mini map. That's helpful. Pop this in here. Yeah, okay. Who are you? Villager. Wait, why are you using emeralds? You're supposed to use coins. Hang on. That's not how you work. This is a super cool little building. Stream is helpful. Ooh. So these give you cool stuff. Hi.
Huh?
That's actually really helpful. I don't know how you're in here. Because that's not how villagers are supposed to work. Oh, a balloon box. Hang on. Where is some pebbles? So most of this mod pack is based off of Sunlit Valley. Some of this mod pack references Minecraft. No. Some of this modcraft. Some of this mod pack references Animal Crossing. If you find pebbles, which are somewhere, you can shoot the balloon boxes out of the sky. However, you never seem to find pebbles when you need them. Haha. One pebble. Cool. Let's hope I can make it count. Where'd it go? So there's something up there. Wait, balloon box. Balloon box. Where did you go? How'd you get over there? Yeah. Teleported. I will say it helps if you shoot kinda straight up at it. And if you miss, you can pick your pebble back up. Hey! And then you get balloon box. That usually have some really cool stuff. Let's read that first. Ooh, zinc is helpful later. I don't have space. What do I want to get rid of? Nothing. We'll come back and get that in a minute. So that's ginger. There's other stuff we need here. And I want to figure out what the heck's up there. But this is not where I want to live. I don't want to live here. I want to live here. So we're going to go that way. And along the way, we're going to make a path. And we can check out this stuff too. See, that's all stuff. Do we want to do the dark oak forest or the forest? And there's so much stuff. Let's do the dark oak forest and build this path. Okay. I don't have a shovel yet. I don't have a shovel. Okay. There's one thing at a time, I guess. See, how do you? There's up there stuff. How does one get up there? We're just gonna dump some charcoal and coal in this, because it is what it is. I know I said that I don't like using coal, and immediately put that in there. Wrong one. This one. That's not gonna do all of that, though. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, we do have this. The first one we have to make is with wood. And then we can use the stone and the smithing table, whatever. And that is done. Okay. Now you can go in here. I say we just start on this path. Let's make a hoe while we're at it. And you'll see why in just a second. I love the hoe in this game because you can just get rid of the plant life on the ground that is in the way of building your path. I'm going to put the path over here. It's not going to like this terrain. We'll got those pepper seeds. And then we'll put the side here. Put post. And to start tracking this, hang on, I'm gonna eat first. To start making your path, you squat and punch. And then it says charting. And then you start making your path. Now, if your path is too skinny or has too much stuff on it, it will say something like path underdeveloped. If you go back on your path, you can keep going. So if it ever says that, just work on whatever's in the way and then continue. The one thing I don't like about this teleporting thing is you can't really make pretty paths because they have to be Oh, no, they made those. It has to be good enough for it to work. So that means you can't use, like, even coarse dirt. It has to be the path block. Which is annoying. It is kind of helpful having a stone tool instead of like iron or better to do this, because if you hit the wrong button and you have iron, it will just destroy the dirt so fast. Versus with stone tools, it actually works. Okay, I'll bring you back if anything interesting happens in this path building. Yeah, that is interesting. Let's actually stop our path here for the night. And we're gonna go ahead and sleep. And it's raining. So we are still going that general direction, but we made it more than half of the way there. However, I do want to come back here and do so pretty quickly. So we're gonna put a like waypoint here and then start another path and go that way. And maybe work on a safer way than that. Oh, there's a villager. What are you doing over here, dude? Ooh, indigo burn? Hang on. Is this, are you the same one? What the heck? Okay, I can't really get that yet. That's coffee down there. It would be safer to bring the path down here and then take it over. It's a really cool tree. So let's do that. I'm gonna flatten some of the top of this in the meantime. Oh, I could just take it here. So I don't want to fall down there. What is that? Oh, a lockbox. Treasure box. Why did she throw that way? Huh. Okay, well, you know. So you're probably like, why on earth are you taking the time to build this before you've even made it to where you want to go? Which is fair. That is a fair question. I don't want to have to go back and forth the long way so much, so I'd rather just go ahead and build this now and then teleport back and forth. Okay, we're gonna put down this way with it. Okay, we're gonna put the sign here. I'm gonna say temple gonna... Oh, duh. Charting. Charting. Work out this way. Oh. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, charting again. And now straight ahead. Around this tree. I'm not sure the 3 wide path is required. I've just run into issues in the past where it doesn't recognize the path when it's only 2 wide. So I do 3 just to make sure. Oop. That is suspicious dirt. No, it's not. It's just where it thinks I was digging and I wasn't. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit this way now because we want to go over there. far enough to... I'm not sure this will be our home, but it is close enough to where I want to build that for now we can build a chest and take a bunch of stuff out of our inventory. Okay, we're also going to find here. We got the bank terminal, which is nice because that means we can put all our coins in the bank terminal. We're missing something. This guy. Which frees up inventory from this. Okay. We're also gonna just plop our bed down here and go sleep. We're also close to snow, which is kind of nice. I am going to chop this down. So the way chopping trees works in this game, you do have the tree falling mod, where in other mods you chop one of the logs and then the whole tree comes down. This one, to even it up a bit, you have to chop it proportionally to how big the tree is. So small trees, like the little jungle bushes, it's just the one, or like maybe 4 or 5, right? Chops, and then it falls. Bigger trees, like this one, take 19. Big trees, like some of the really big jungle trees that are really tall, you might have to chop like 25 for the like super big ones. But then you get like 100 wood, which is super helpful. Before we go back over, I'm going to clear out a little bit of... So I want to see what exactly we're working with. So like this one, we're chopping 22 chops, but we get 70 logs, which is worth it. It's similar to in Homestead. It works the same way, except in Homestead you lose durability based on how big the tree is, which is really annoying when you chop a big tree and then all of a sudden your axe just breaks. And that's just it. It is super duper annoying. This one, you at least don't have to do with durability. So the nice part, if we build here, is we could just do our summer crops right here, and we don't have to like go all the way back to the coast. But we also can go back to the coast if we want to build like a fishing section. Which could be really nice. Okay. We're going to use this for plant stuffs. So we're going to grab plant stuffs up here. And then we're going to use this one for ores and other like craftable type things. And this will be like seeds and books for, well, I guess seeds will go in plants, but like books, food that's made. So like if we did that, so I'm gonna put this in there. I'm just gonna put this in here for now because it doesn't really fit elsewhere. You go here. You go here. Okay, let's go check the temple out. And that's how you teleport. So that's to the coast. That's to the temple. And then that's to home. So if we go up here, we're at the temple. I've not been in one of these before, so I'm really curious how to do it. Like, do you just... How do you... Well... And it's built on a cave. That's cool. I don't have the sword or armor yet. Which is fun. These are cool caves. The water caves that have all the, like, cool rock on them. What the heck? Okay, I guess I'm gonna chop a tree down that I can use the logs to go up. Okay, we're just gonna... I hear slimes. Villager skull. I don't love that. How much you want to bet if I go down I don't come out? I'll just take that. Poker trap. The fuck is that? I'm not sure I have enough armor to do this. So we're gonna go back up. And we'll come back down at a later date. I don't remember where I went. Oh, over here. Okay. I'm gonna eat some food now. And we'll go back up our path here and go back to the ghost. And save the temple for another day. Now, interesting thing when you teleport, you have a cooldown period before you can teleport again. Okay, so now we're back at the coast guy. I'm gonna go just straight up, I think. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, what's in here? This will be there. Okay, this stuff is worth a lot of money. All these hay bales. And the shipping bin does not care if they were covered in cobwebs. Oh my god, these are all anvils. That is crazy. I'll just take 2 of them. You never know. Okay. So many cobwebs. I think I did you a favor, dude. Where does he live? 'Cause he's not on the map. And he doesn't have the bed. It's like weird. Why don't I clean with me? Okay. Now, problem with this is for me to teleport the rest of the way home, I have to wait 30 seconds. Spooky. I wonder if I like went in through the side, if that'd be easier. I'm trying to go like top down. I have never had a pitchfork before. Okay. We're home. The watering can is so helpful. Okay, so this is cool. You can pick your first house. That's why I'm not like gonna focus on building a real house. I'm just gonna like live outside for a little bit until we build that house. But I do want to prep an area for the house. And knowing the house I want to pick, I almost want to put it out here. Except it's so windy, it's so loud. So maybe not. Let's scope the area out, because we're pretty close to having it. We just need some fire logs, which you craft with wood, and some stone, which we can go find pretty much anywhere. I do like the idea of living in this dark oak forest. Ooh, chestnut logs are helpful. But I don't want to live where it's so loud from the snowy area. What if we built here and cleared all of this out? Oh, it looks like it. Sometimes it glitches if it's too close to another tree and it treats both trees like one tree, which is kind of helpful. I've also had it connect a farmland in a village to the tree, so when you cut the tree down, it took down all of the logs around the little farmland, around the garden, which was very funny. Who is green? Says there's someone. Oh. Wandering baker. Okay, so see how his. Oh, come back. How this is in coins and I have coins? That's why that one villager was really weird that sold in emeralds. It's helpful, but not for that amount of money. I do like getting some furniture boxes while I can. Sometimes I go a little crazy and get a lot of them. Okay, bye. I love the way that sunlight streams in through the trees. It's so pretty. Ooh, let's not fall down that. I'll sell those. Hang on. So 414 each. So this is 15 grand. Okay, we'll put random building blocks in there. I do want to know what all of these are. Just gonna put this and this in here for the moment. Ooh, we got a couch, closet, some Polaroids, a pink lava lamp, some jars, a big television, some sliced bread, narrow string lights, a clock, a red mushroom terrarium, small table, dresser. These three all seem similar. Jungle picture frame, and an end table. So that'd be nice when we have the house all built. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and put some chests. I meant to make this into chests. Or at least a chest over where we are building. So as we chop down logs, we can chop down trees. We can go ahead and put some of the wood and shrooms in that. So we were building. We were building. I'll leave down here. Yeah, in this area. And we're gonna need a pretty big opening for where we're building. I'm gonna put this here for now with all our furniture. And then beetroot seeds. It is fun watching on the minimap how you clear the space. I get a lot of satisfaction in that. Okay, let's go sleep and go ahead and make that money, and then I can show you how we upgrade stuff. Although I don't think I have the stuff to make a telephone yet. So you can make a phone. So I need to make a glass pane, which is 6 pieces of glass. But once you make this, you can call each of your villagers to sell stuff, or buy stuff from them directly. Those iridium coins are important later. I want to go ahead and make the bed. It's so dark through here. Whoop, I did that wrong. If you want to just chop one log, then you hold shift. Versus if you don't hold shift, you can chop the whole tree. Hey, so now, as we chop stuff, we'll start getting the fire logs, which is super helpful to not have to spend wood to craft those. By the time you chop down all your trees, you usually have enough for what you need. And you just get them like that. They're required to build different buildings that you can unlock. Like the beginner house, we need to turn in, it's like 14 or 15 fire logs and then 64 stone. It's super helpful just getting the fire logs from chopping trees. part of clearing this land up for where we're going to build the house is needing to fill in some of the holes, flatten a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I want it to feel like a whole different area. We just also need the ground flat enough to put a building on it. Honestly, I'll probably fill in some of it with wood. Just where the house is gonna sit and maybe a bit. So I know we at least want to fill in this level, but then it turns into, do we want to carve this back or do we want to fill this part in? So that's a lot of dirt we need if we fill it in, but I also think it would look better. Can I help you? Sorry if you hear some clinking and clinking in the background of my audio. My cat has decided to try and knock the other cat's plate off the shelf. So, if you hear her pushing the plate around, so sorry. She's not sorry. See, this part I think I want to fill it in, but then that part I don't know that I want to. I'm also almost out of dirt. I'm gonna pull it back here. Nothing too exciting. It's the weirdest form of a clock, but it is nice hearing the invisibility potion as a, hey, it's time to go to bed. Yeah, Kiwi, we all heard you trying to push the plate off the edge of the shelf. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, you don't have anything to say? No? Okay, I think we fill this in and pull this side back even more. Move this around. Oh yeah, that's fine. I can still trap some. It treated the two trees as one. That's handy. $597 dark oak logs, and that's just in my character's inventory, not in the chest inventory. I almost want to go back towards the temple and take the dirt off of that hill. I think that would be better than changing this terrain too much. Ooh, hello. And if I go back all the way to the coast, then I can get some sand. Okay, let's take some dirt off of up here. I was watching some of Misadventures SMP. I was watching Shovels YouTube videos, and they have a whole resource world. That way their like main overworld stays pretty, and that's so smart. That's so smart. There's times like this when like I need to get a bunch of dirt. Where do I mind getting dirt and it not looking kind of ugly? And I don't mind it looking kind of ugly through here. I also need to get quite a bit to cobblestone, which is part of why I want to work on this mountain and farming a bit. I think that's enough dirt for now, but we do need 64 cobblestone. So we're gonna work on that up here for a minute. I'll have something pretty up here later. We're gonna be careful not to destroy the dirt that is part of the pathing, because I don't know what happens if we destroy it. Okay. I could make like a whole enchanting setup up here. Sink it in a little bit. What do you think about that, Kyle? Do you want to be our master enchanter? Let me go ahead and here do that. So we've already submitted that. And we're gonna launch ourselves over here to get a good bit of sand. We also have the room to pick up all the seashells we want. Just realized there's more hay bales up there. The shadow of your person running around looks so weird. Just saying. Okay, we're gonna grab these real quick and then go ahead and head home for the night. Although I think I might grab some of the furnaces. That's a whole thing. I grab some of the furnaces from this building over here. To cook the muscle meat. We're also gonna cook a bunch of the dark oak to make charcoal. That's really step one. Hi, cows. Ooh, inventory is full. You're probably like, why on earth are you keeping a tin can? Because you get 1 gold for it. Literally it. And we are sort of home. I do think I'm going to go ahead and move this. So we're going to pop that back in our inventory for just a minute. I want to move that too. Okay. We're just going to start working on moving everything back towards this corner. 2 of them. So we got 3 diamonds from all that. Lots of raw muscle meat, lots of lapis, some redstone. That was a pretty good turn. Okay, we're gonna put muscle meat in there. Grab the charcoal. I'm gonna put half in here, half there. And go to sleep. Commit to 100. We're gonna take some of this and fill in some more. And hopefully we got it. So I'm thinking we could clear out some of these trees and fill this in a bit more. That this is where the actual house will go. The house I want to get is admittedly kind of huge. There's different styles of houses that you can choose from. I'm going to give you brief descriptions of them. One of my favorites is the Alpine house, and it's like, it's pretty big for a starter home, but it does give you space on the ground floor for your products, like your cheese maker, preserve jar maker, those things. Your artisan machines. The house that I'm gonna get is a newer addition to the mod pack, and it is frankly huge. It's like 3.5 stories. There's kind of a split level situation in front of it. It is massive. Gives you plenty of room for all of those artisan machines, which is helpful. Okay, I don't have enough dirt to make all of this area. So I'm just gonna make it look pretty. And I think I'm gonna go over here and make sure that this is filled in enough. Some can change. Okay, we're gonna go with that for now. Chop down a couple more trees. And I think we'll have enough space. So one of the reasons why I want to get this house built before doing much else, once you place your artisan machines like your cheese maker, preserve maker, as you use them, they start to build up quality. And if you move them, that quality goes away, which is really annoying. So I want to have a good space where they can just stay. Eventually, I will probably want to move them to one of the actual barns. But we're going to roll with this for now. Mushrooms from that. Oh, because it. Okay, fine. We've got a lot of shrooms. I'm honestly not sure this is even big enough. That's how big it is. It's crazy. How many do I have on me? I have 6. Let's go get the rest of them. I don't think this is enough room. Yes, I do. We're gonna get the Bavarian. So this works much more like Create, where you can build the machine that like builds things for you. You can upload diagrams and put in the materials you need, and it'll just like spit things out of the cannon and build the building for you. Except you don't have to provide the materials. It is a part of this pack, similar to in Stardew Valley, how you can turn resources in, I think, to Leah? Is Leah the one that does that? And then like build a new house and stuff. This is supposed to be like that. Okay, let's see if I made enough room. Let's bring it back here. So you're probably like, what the heck? That is a fair response. Okay, we don't have enough room here. And the problem is if I leave the trees, it'll just not build that part, so you'll end up with like holes in the building. That's very annoying. Well, it looks like I could move it a couple over. Like here. Because that's clear. That's clear. My word, does it fit perfectly? It fits perfectly. Okay. Build. A stick. Got it. Oh. Now you don't work. Another reason I like the Bavarian house, even though it is obnoxiously big, it... Get out of the way. Has an actual floor. A lot of the rest of them, it builds straight onto the dirt, and you end up having to replace the dirt as well, which is kind of annoying. So, this can be our first production room. This will be up to the bedroom. Mobs are nothing, so you don't care. This could be either another production room or an enchanting room. Would be really cool. There's also enough room if I want to dig out a basement. But then you come up here and you have like this situation. You come over here and you have another room that could be a production room. And then you have this cute little like open hallway situation. Another little room and a balcony. Super fun. But then if you go up these stairs, you get to yet another big room. I think this will be like the bedroom and living space probably. And then if you go up here, you have a really cool balcony. There is a telescope you can get, and I really like getting that to put up here. Like, it's so pretty. Also, what is going on with that mushroom? What the heck? What the heck? But yeah, this is the house. So as you can tell, it is the easiest house to build in all of Minecraft. You just gather some resources, follow the quest, and voila! You have loads of space. Okay, those are all building. I do think we put the shipping bin here. I think that's all I actually so. I make a lot of crafting tables. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a thing that happens. I don't like that chest though. I like the dark oak. I might make this front room the storage room, that way it's super easy to get to. That was a lot more chests than I meant to make. Yeah, because I can do this. And it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look awful. I could even do more here. Would that be too obnoxious when you walk in? I think that'd be too obnoxious. I do one here. I could do one there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna just, for a minute. Bruh, why are you in my house? Oh my god. Don't look. Where are you? I know you're over here. Okay. I can't even see them because it's dark. Well, Well, at least he's out of my house. Okay. Furniture. Oh yeah, because I can make stuff cute now. We're gonna do plants, wood, important things. Wood, plants, furniture. I'm trying to think of what I want in the actual room up there. I think I want to do this. Let's look right here. Chill out. Like, did we make this a living room? No, I think first floor is completely functional. Honestly, I think first two floors are completely functional. Do we make a little living room here? No, I think we just go upstairs for living room. I'm gonna be real, it's not like you actually use your living room that much in this game. It's crooked. At some point we'll get a better bed. Just trust me on that. That. Why is that backwards? That's funny. That doesn't even fit here. What if we put it? Oh my god, it's huge. And loud. God. That's so loud. It absolutely cannot be here. No. Not allowed. And you're backwards. What if we float this and put this? That looks stupid. The fact that you can like actually put stuff on your TV though is so funny. It's so big. That's still loud. Oh my god. Okay, can I place it here? Yes, but can it? Okay. That's not that bad. Yeah, except this is too far back. Hang on. Yeah. The clock is gonna go somewhere we can't hear. Because it's annoying. In fact, I think it's just gonna go in the front hall closet. And I don't want to put this here actually. I think I want to put... I don't like that noise even though I know it's okay. But like... Yeah. And then dude. Yeah. That can go in there. It'll be fine. We'll put this there. That's not weird at all. Also, what are you doing over here? Why are you in my house? I have like an hour in game until I can murder him. Okay, none of these are going. Where did the leads go? Are you shooting me? Bruh. I don't want you in my house. I don't want you in my house, but you're here, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, I mean, I could, but I don't really wanna. So there's that. It's fine. Come on. Come on. That tree looks stupid. Okay. Now y'all can go about your life unbothered by my house. Hello, cow. Enjoy your season. I haven't made a backpack yet. Oh, because you have to fight. It's a good thing I didn't murder that cat. Fine. We're fine. Totally fine. I do want to fill this in just to make it easier to traverse through here. I think I'm gonna make this like a actual, I don't have the space for that. Hang on. A pretty path, not the like teleporting path, but a pretty one. Okay. Good. Saplings and seeds. Okay, a lot of this does not go here. I'm gonna put firewood down here. Let's put you here and put some money up. Yay! Okay, I do think we're gonna do books and maps in here. And hats. For now. Let's do food in this one. Seeds here. Actually, I'm gonna do seeds outside. That way we can just like grab it real fast. And then we're gonna do building materials and such in here. And then just other things in there. Okay, and then we're again just gonna drop stuff in here for a minute while we go unload the other chests. So if you cut this down, it's probably going to treat it as one big tree, even though it's technically two ones just next to each other. I'm going to chop this down because it's sad and broken. It's broken. Oh no. Oh no. No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to be good. I'm going to wait. Yeah, I want to fill this in that way it's less hectic trying to traverse through here. And I think I'm also going to flatten this. Delete that and then flatten this probably. So I can probably do this one. And have summer in my inventory. Let's do some of the not wood stuff. Do I have food? One raw mussel. Part of why I want to do this as a pretty path is because if you go over there, there's like a ravine thing that you can fall in here. And I don't want to do that. So it'll be a little pathway for my own brain to remember what direction is safe and what direction is not. That's the plan. Okay, seeds go in here. Food. There. Deep. Clicks down here. I'm gonna do this so I can quickly like empty my inventory and it won't take up too much room. I'm actually gonna do okay. Other plants. I'm gonna put signs in here. They're not I don't consider them really as like important as up in here. However, you do end up using them for like pathing. So many chests. I don't need more chests. I can start cooking that. Sure. How's it already getting dark again? What the heck? Why? I've just been moving my stuff. It's so windy over there. Tell me about it, cow. Hey, ain't enough room for this. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so you use these geode busters by putting the geode in your offhand. And ooh. Interesting. And then using one of those in your, like, moving hand. That's the right terms, that's for sure. Okay, we have enough of this now to go ahead and make the phone. Cobblestone. No, I don't have cobblestone. I can't make that yet. Ignore me. We will put that in there. Oh, I do. Hang on. Okay, I need that. I have to cook this though, because it can't be a cobblestone bed. It has to be a stone bed. It's fine. I'm gonna go get that other chest at some point. And what am I doing? And put a crafting table in here, I think. The sconces are so cool. And then the lanterns. I just love this house. Potato. Oh, I should make. So I'm gonna make a backpack or buy a backpack soon. But the other thing that we need to get is you can get like a lunch bag or a lunch basket, I think. I don't know what the difference is. I might actually get this one because I always get the cheap one, but I'm probably gonna have enough coins to get this one, and I'm really curious. Okay, we have enough now. And what is the other thing I need? Bone, iron. That is here. Now, do I have to have anything to make it a fun color? Oh, can I only make it? Okay. And then what was that noise? We have a phone. We should get an achievement for that. Hang on. Where would that be? Here. Oh, I have to make this first. Do I have paper? No, they got paper. Sugar cane. Well, that's fun. Okay, we'll just stick it here. That's fine. Actually, I want to put it. So now we can go here and get a backpack. But I actually want to do this first. Again, if you ever play this, you're gonna be like, why on earth? Why do that? Okay, now to upgrade the backpack, the first upgrade here is just coins and blocks of copper. I have no copper. That's fun. Iron, you need the copper, but then you need 1 block of iron and a whole bunch of smithing templates. Now these smithing templates are expensive. So the iron is not as bad, but like to upgrade past iron is so expensive. You also can get copper for really cheap, which is nice. Okay, now let's check out this. Hey, okay, so the cheap one holds like half as much food, so this is nice. This means I can also hold different kinds of food, which is very helpful. I also finally have a backpack, which is super nice. Let's organize the rest of this. You are food. You are building blocks and chests. Twig, firewood. We're gonna do flint and the like random kind of important. We're gonna just have a bundle of pebbles. That's fine. I need dirt in the morning. Really, I don't need this or that yet, or that. Just put those there. Okay, it's 3 in the morning. We're gonna sell that, and that might be it. That's fine. Or I think we just do that because I don't really have any other food at the moment. I think it would take me so long to get up to the bed that I'm just gonna hang out down here and not sleep for the next 2 hours in game. Cause like, what's the point? We're already so close. I think I'm gonna do furnaces and then kitchen. And this can be like, I don't know, the workroom. And then I'll do some cute decor here and put some pathing that can connect to the other door, I think, and then like torches and stuff. So it's not like you're walking by at night and it's just big scary expanse. It can be a little bit nicer. Yeah, I'm digging this. Then the next floor will be all the like cheese maker and mayo maker, all the things that you make. I also need to make a sewing table. Do you buy that? I think you just buy that. Yeah. But that's how you can make the wool armor, which then you can upgrade to chain and then to iron, and then up from there. I like the lava lamp in here. I don't really like the table itself, but I like the lava lamp. Okay. Dun, dun. No, why did I eat? Oh, that's like all my money for that. Also, if you get a lot of money, you can have like fancy clothes. Would I rather? Also, you have to buy flint steel. You cannot make flint steel. Market is where you buy seeds, which is how you start making money. Also, pine saplings are helpful. Okay, I think this is where we will end the episode for today. We have done quite a bit. We did some world. Oh my goodness, there's a balloon box. Look at me, pebbles on hand. Okay, we're gonna get one more balloon box and then we'll call it a day. How high up is that thing? Dang. There we go. We're just gonna go straight inside. Ooh. Put a plant in there. Okay, we're gonna see what's in this balloon box, and then that'll be it for this episode. We got some seed, some fertilizer, coin, and some grape seeds. Interesting. Okay, back to the outro. We've done a lot today. We explored a bunch of the area. You can see how much we rendered in just today. There's some more savannah. Ooh, there's a village over there. But we started over here, and then went down and around, did some exploring, did some path building, and built the house. Built in air quotes. I clicked a button and it built itself, but we have a house now. I think next episode we will work on setting up some farmland. Doing so a little bit down here for summer crops, and then maybe making an area up here potentially, or even over here maybe. Maybe go checking out some other stuff in the area. So yeah, see you for episode 2. Bye!